When you think of Bruce Lee, one of the most iconic images that comes to mind is him spinning a pair of nunchaku with lightning speed, sharp precision, and deadly grace. The clack of those two wooden sticks echoed through generations. But what most people don't know is that Bruce Lee didn't just pick up the nunchaku and master it overnight. His journey with this traditional Okinawan weapon was a mix of innovation, brutal training, and deep understanding of martial philosophy. In this video, we're diving deep into the hidden techniques behind Bruce Lee's nunchaku training, techniques that were never taught in dojos, never filmed for the public, and only passed down through whispers and grainy footage. Where Bruce Lee's nunchaku journey began. Bruce Lee's fascination with martial arts weapons didn't start with the nunchaku. In fact, in the early stages of his training, he focused heavily on Wing Chun and empty-hand combat. However, as he matured into the martial arts icon we know today, Bruce realized that weapons could extend the body, magnify power, and unlock new fighting ranges. The nunchaku came into Bruce's life through Dan Inosanto, his close friend and senior student, who introduced him to Filipino martial arts. Bruce was fascinated by how such a simple weapon could be so versatile, fast, and deceptive. Within weeks, Bruce was experimenting, practicing, and evolving traditional techniques into something uniquely his. He didn't want to become just another martial artist who knew how to swing nunchaku, he wanted to weaponize it for real combat. The philosophy behind Bruce's nunchaku practice. Bruce Lee believed that martial arts were not about tradition, they were about efficiency, directness, and expression. When he picked up the nunchaku, he didn't want to be bound by the limitations of ancient forms. Instead, he used it as an extension of his own body, applying the core principles of his fighting philosophy: simplicity, economy of motion, and intercepting attacks. Bruce once said, "Don't think, feel." That philosophy applied to his weapon training as well. He practiced until the nunchaku became a part of him, not something he held, but something that moved with his intent. His techniques were smooth not because he memorized moves, but because he embodied them. That's why his nunchaku movements looked so effortless on screen. What looked like art was in fact brutal combat science. The training, repetition, pain, and perfection. Bruce Lee's training sessions with the nunchaku were not light practice. He trained with relentless repetition, swinging for hours until his hands were sore and his arms ached. He focused on building muscle memory, coordination, and timing. According to witnesses, Bruce would often bruise his own shoulders, back, and even face during practice. But he never complained. That pain was part of the process. He would shadow fight with the nunchaku, mimicking real combat scenarios. He'd train strikes from various angles, defle